First sign-in screen text-to-speech switch. Text-to-speech switch row 1 of 6 switch on. Switch. Text language drop-down row 2 of. Voice language drop-down. Show subtitles switch row 4 of 6 switched on. Switched. Switched on. Text size choice group row 5 of 6 100% choice selected 1 of 3. Continue button row 6 of 6.
Action, knowledge, come with me. We must witness this together.
Forsyth? You're afraid. We all are.
No. I am just sad that it has come to this. Shall we begin? Hello, friend.
We didn't mean to startle you.
Your bravery and creativity inspired us to seek your aid. You see, our world is under attack.
It's being devoured.
And it is a danger only you can prevent. Time is of the essence. Will you help us? Thank you. Now step forward, brave hero, and join us.
Hang on to your stomach. This'll just take a second.
Welcome. I'm afraid we have much to ask of you.
HBUAMSALINKSCRE title modal HBUAMSALI. Play with friends across platforms modal skip button 2 of 2 triangle button skip. Link accounts button 1 of 2 triangle button skip. skip button 2 of 2 try. Hero 1 of 10 touchpad bot. Hero 2, Hero 3 of 10 touchpad. Hero 4 of 10 touchpad bot. Hero 10 of 10 touch. Hero 9. Hero 6 of. Hero 1 of 10 touchpad button. Friends. Hero 2 of 10. Hero 1 of. Hero 1 of 10 touch. Main menu screen. New feature witches. Hot and cauldrons button. Row 1 of 7 square button. Patch nodes. Campaign bot versus campaign button 1 of 6 become versus mode button 2 of Lost Legends ampersand mix button 3 of 6 new adventures every month triangle button red patch nodes touchpad button friends campaign button select game screen my campaign cost new game world select button 1 of 2 start game 1 of 4 stories I want to focus on the story and have fun loading online connection lost. Loading. Loading. Loading.
Hello!
I hope you're feeling okay. That kind of trip always upsets my stomach.
Thank you for having the courage to come. I am Foresight.
I'm Action.
And I'm Knowledge.
I wish we had met under different circumstances, but this world is under attack, and we need your help. Foul creatures known as the Piglins have emerged from their fiery home, and they mean to conquer this peaceful land and all the creatures that live here.
We need your help to make sure that doesn't happen. But don't worry, you won't be alone.
Behold, I always wanted to say that. We present to you,
Gifts!
with the right melodies from this loot, the LAs will gather your resources, keep them safe for you, and build whatever you need.
Within this case burn the flames of creation. The flames will call upon friends to fight by your side. These golems helped us shape the overworld, and now they will help you defend it.
And last, but not least, this is the banner of courage. Raise it high, and this world will rise to your aid.
The Piglins' hunger is insatiable. They already have a foothold in the overworld. And if they are not stopped, they will devour everything.
We didn't prepare the creatures of our world for this day. But we believe you can.
That's why we called upon you. If there is any hope, it's you.
Hello?
We don't have much time, but just enough to show you a thing or two about these tools. There's no telling what you'll face in the overworld now that the Piglins are here. So the sooner you master these tools, the better. Head over to Action and we'll get started.
Great! Now let's get to work.
The overworld is filled with resources you can gather to help you fight the Piglins. And that's where the LAs come in. Play the right melody on your lute, and they'll gather anything for you.
Let's start by playing the melody to gather wood.
Resourcing hotbar selected. Use down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change. Gather with selected melody. 1R1. Use L1R1 to navigate. Gather with up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather with up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather with up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button.
Make your way to where Action is and use your loot to gather some stone.
Gather wood up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather wood up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build.
Nice work!
Gather wood.
Let's do that again. This time, play the melody for
Gather
Gathering
wood up
Stone.
directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather wood up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather stone.
Now you've got the resources you need. That's step one. Step two is playing the melody that will inspire the LAs to build what you need.
Hey, build some stairs so you can come and join me up here.
Structure hotbar selected, use up directional button, down directional button, right directional button to change ramp selected, melody 1R1, use L1R1 to navigate. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button,
Remember,
send no to team
you
left
have all the
directional
tools you need
button,
to build a
think I will
staircase
build
using
right
a platform.
directional button, think ask to build.
We do need to hurry.
Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to fire breather 334 says I will build a ramp, requires 3 wood. Ramp up directional button,
Don't
send
worry if
yes
you're
to
having
team
trouble
down
building
directional
stairs.
button,
You
send
can
no
always
to
try
team
jumping
left
up here too.
directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ramp up directional
Well done.
button, send yes
Stairs
to
are
team
going
down
to save you a
directional
lot of
button,
time out
send
there.
no to
You'll
team
use
left
flames of
directional
creation to call
button,
your
think
friends
I
to
will build
battle.
right directional
Lapis will
button,
keep these
think
flames
ask to
burning
build.
bright. Take some from that chest to play a spawner melody.
Now, let's light those flames.
Use the spawner melodies to call the golems you met earlier.
Summons hotbar selected, use up directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change flank golem spawner selected, melody 1 of 2, use L1R1 to navigate. Flank golem spawner. Flank golem spawner.
Great! Each spawner holds the flames of creation that will call upon your allies.
Put those spawners to work. Summon some friends. Hello, everybody.
The golems are new to battle, but they'll rally behind you. Use the Banner of Courage to bring your friends over to me.
Flank golems, spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, ping. I will build right directional button, ping. Ask to build. Flank golem spawner. Flank golem spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, ping. I will build right directional button, ping. Ask to build. Flank golem spawner.
Excellent. If you want the golems to stop following you, use your banner again to ask them to stop. Nicely done.
There you go. You can also use the banner to send your friends in any direction you want. Send them over to action.
Flank golem spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, ping. I will build right directional button, ping. Ask to build. Flank golem spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, ping. I will build right directional button, ping. Ask to build.
Hello, little friends.
The idea of piglins inside the Well of Fate is terrible. So we've created some false piglins so you can practice using the banner in combat.
Cobblestone golem spawner selected melody to up to use the one I want to navigate.
You've learned here into the real fight, and the piglins won't stand a chance.
It is good that you are ready, as I must ask we keep moving. One of the villages has just been attacked.
Oh no! Quickly, come with us. We'll get you out into the world.
Thank you again for your courage. We are honored to have you as an ally.
We'll be with you every step of the way.
Loading. 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 Resourcing hotbar selected. Use down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change. Gather with selected melody one up to use the one I want to navigate.
Welcome to our world. We would love to introduce you properly, but a village needs your help. Please, go to them.
I've marked the village that's under attack on the compass and in the world for you, so you can easily find it. I'll also mark areas where you're needed
World map,
with a beacon of light
triangle
to help you
button, place
navigate to them
marker
better.
default.
The witches are defending
Fire
their
breather.
village, but they could use your help. We've provided you with some starting resources, but remember that the allays can gather more for you while you make your way.
Busy allays or happy allays?
Gather with up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather wood. World map.
This village is under attack. Go to them.
That's the village! Get over there quickly! Oh no!
Those little pink monsters must be stopped. Don't forget, build spawners to summon allies to
Gather
fight
with
by
up
your side.
directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Gather with up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Cobblestone golems spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Cobblestone golem spawner. Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Cobblestone golem spawner.
The immediate danger is over, but the village is devastated. The piglins have ruined the fountain.
A carpenter hut will repair nearby structures. Get the allays to work building one for you.
Structure hotbar selected, use up directional button, down directional button, right directional button to change round.
That's a
selected
perfect
melody
spot.
1 out of 5.
The
use
carpenter
L1
hut will
R1
have the
to
fountain
navigate.
flowing again in
Carpenter
no
hut.
time.
Menu screen section 2 up.
The villagers will gather up resources over time. Check back later.
What a relief! The water flows again.
piglins are rallying on the outskirts of the village.
Arrow Tower
I
and
think another
affordable
attack is on the way.
selected melody for
Better
up
build up
5
some
use
defenses
L1
while there's
R1
still
to
time.
navigate. Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower. Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional
Arrow
button
towers will
think
work
I will
well to
build right
defend this village.
directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower. Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Structure hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button right directional button to change Arrow Tower and affordable selected melody for up 5 use L1 R1 to navigate. Fire Breather 334 says can someone build Arrow Tower requires 35 wood and 35 stone. Arrow Tower. Resourcing hotbar selected use down directional button left directional button right directional button to change gather with selected melody 1 off to use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone. Gather stone up directional
piglins are
button
close.
send yes
Don't
to
forget,
team down
your
directional
golem friends
button
want to
send
help
no to
too.
team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower. Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down
These
directional
defenses will
button
work
send
well
no
to
to
keep
team
the
left
village safe.
directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower.
The piglins are here.
Arrow Tower up
Brace
directional
yourself,
button
hero.
send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Arrow Tower.
The piglins will attack from all sides, so be sure to check your compass to see where they're coming from.
Arrow Tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Gather wood up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Gather wood. Gather wood up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button think I will build right directional button think ask to build. Gather stone. Village hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button to change selected melody 1 out 0 use L1 R1 to navigate. Arrow Tower.
The attack.
You've done it! Village saved! We knew you'd do it.
The villagers are thrilled that you defended their fountain. They've put some extra resources in the chest for you as a special thank you.
The villagers are peaceful but want to help where they can. As gratitude, you can count on their resourcefulness to keep you in the fight.
They'll keep gathering materials for you while you're out saving the day.
The piglins are planning something. I know it.
But this time we have the advantage. If you can shut down the piglin outposts surrounding the village, we might be able to push back this invasion.
Our unit direct underscore frontline
Sometimes
underscore
rushing into a
category
fight
name hot
isn't the
select
best
to use up
option.
direction
Your
button
banner
down
has some
direction
more
button left
advanced
direction
commands
button
that
right
will let you
direction
lead your
button
allies
to
from a
change
position of
all
safety.
selected melody
Use your
1
banner to look at the
use
fight
L1
from a new
R1 to navigate.
perspective. I like to call it
select
banner
to use
view.
up direction button
Excellent.
down direction
With banner
button
view,
right
you'll
direction
be able to
button
better
to change
choose how
arrow
you
tower
want to
selected
approach the fight
melody
ahead.
4 use L1
Now,
R1
go
to
ahead
navigate.
and send only one ally into the fight.
Use up direction
Anyone will
button
do.
down direction button right direction button to change arrow tower selected melody 4
Perfect.
use L1 R1 to navigate.
Try sending all of your allies forward.
Direction button down direction button right direction button to change arrow tower
Nice
selected melody
work.
4 use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected use up
Your
direction
banner has two
button down
unique
direction
command
button
modes.
right direction
Focus
button to
will
change
send
arrow
your
tower
allies to a
selected
single
melody
target
4
while
use
ignoring
L1
all
R1 to
other
navigate.
enemies.
To
While
our unit
charge,
direct
you let them
underscore
attack
frontline
anything they
underscore
encounter
category
along the
name
way
hot
to
bar
their primary
selected use up
target.
direction button down direction button left direction button right direction button to change all mobs selected melody 1 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected use up direction button down direction button left direction button right direction button to change all mobs selected melody 1 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected use up direction button down direction button right direction button to change arrow tower selected melody 4 of 5 use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem spawner. Cobblestone golem spawner up direction button send yes to team down direction button send no to team left direction button think I will build right direction button think ask to build. All mobs selected melody 1 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem selected melody 3 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate.
Great job. Focus
Summon
and charge
hotbar
will be
selected,
powerful
use
tools
up
on the
direction
battlefield.
button left direction button right
Now that you've got the hang of
button
using
to
the
change
banner,
cobblestone
let's try a
golem
few
spawner
more
selected
advanced
melody
moves.
2 up
It can
to
give
use L1
specific
R1 to
commands to
navigate.
specific allies
Toolbar
if
unit
you
direct
need just
underscore
one type
frontline
or
underscore
even just one
category
friend
name hotbar
to get the
selected,
job
use up
done.
direction
Give it a try
button down
now.
direction
In the
button
heat of
left
battle,
direction
you'll need to be
button
ready for
direction
anything.
button to change cobblestone golem selected melody 3 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Summons hotbar selected use up direction button left direction button right direction button to change cobblestone golem spawner selected melody 2 of 2 use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem spawner up direction button send yes to team down direction button send no to team left direction button think I will build right direction button think ask to build. Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected use up direction button down direction button
I hate
left
to admire their
direction
engineering,
button right
but those
direction
Blazeward
button
towers
to
are
change
pretty
cobblestone
dangerous,
golem selected
and their
melody
range is
3 of
impressive.
6 use L1
The
R1
allies
to
will help you get
navigate.
up there with a ramp.
Summons hotbar
All you have to
selected, use
do
up
is play the right
direction button
melody.
left direction button right direction button to change cobblestone golem spawner selected melody 2 of 2 use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore special underscore category name hotbar selected use up direction button down direction button left direction button right direction button to change all mobs selected melody 1 of 5 use L1
Amazing!
R1 to navigate.
Using banner view,
Flank golem
along with focus
selected
and
melody
charge,
3 of
will
6
give you
use
a
L1
huge
R1 to
advantage in the
navigate.
fight against the
Range
piglins.
mob selected melody 2 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore range underscore category name hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button right directional button to change range mob selected melody 2 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore range underscore category name hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button right directional button to change range mob selected melody 2 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem spawner. Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team
These
left,
hearty friends are great
button,
at smashing
I will be
structures,
red,
but make sure you
button,
protect them
ask
so they
to
don't
build.
get smashed back.
Cobblestone golem spawner. Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button pink I will build red directional button pink ask to build. Cobblestone golem spawner. Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button pink I will build red directional button pink ask to build. Toolbar unit direct underscore special underscore category name hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button right directional button to change all mouse selected melody 1 outside L1 R1 to navigate. Village hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button to change selected melody 1 out 0 use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button right directional button to change arrow tower selected melody or outside use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem spawner.
If you run out of flames to summon new helpers, you can always use the spawners to swap old units for new ones.
Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button pink I will build red directional button pink ask to build. All mobs selected melody 1 of 6 use L1 R1 to navigate. Summon hotbar selected use up directional button left directional button right directional button to change cobblestone golem spawner selected melody 2 up to use L1 R1 to navigate. Cobblestone golem spawner up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button pink I will build red directional button pink ask to build. Range mob selected melody 2 up to use L1 R1 to navigate. Summon hotbar selected use up directional button left directional button right directional button to change cobblestone golem spawner selected melody 2 up to use L1 R1 to navigate. Hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button right directional button to change arrow tower selected melody or outside use L1 R1 to navigate. Arrow tower. Toolbar unit direct underscore range underscore category name hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button right directional button to change range mob selected melody 2 up to use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button to change arrow tower selected melody or outside use L1 R1 to navigate.
outpost is done, but there are more piglins out there. There's no time to waste.
Foresight, what's the well showing us?
Interesting. The world is waking to the war. Where will this lead?
Arrow tower up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button ping. I will build right directional button ping. Ask to build. Gather stone. Gather stone up directional button send yes to team down directional button send no to team left directional button ping. I will build right directional button ping. Ask to build. Toolbar unit direct underscore special underscore category name hotbar selected use up directional button down directional button left directional button right directional button to change all mobs selected L1 outside use L1 R1 to navigate. RAM.